Chosen one, this message has reached you at the perfect time. Not a second too early, not a second too late. The divine has aligned this moment for you to receive what you were always meant to know. This is not a coincidence. You have been led here, guided by unseen forces, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you see yourself, the way you walk in this world, and the way you carry the power that has always been within you. You have sensed it, haven't you? That pull, that undeniable feeling deep in your spirit that you are different, that you are set apart, chosen by God for something far beyond human comprehension. You have felt the weight of it, the isolation, the trials, the moments where the world tried to convince you that you were powerless. But that was a lie, a deception meant to keep you asleep, to keep you unaware of the force you carry inside you. Because if you truly knew, if you fully embraced the truth, nothing, not even the greatest darkness, could stand in your way. Listen to me carefully. God has declared that you are more powerful than angels. Do you understand what that means? The very beings that the world reveres as celestial warriors, messengers of the Most High, do not hold the level of divine authority that you do. They move by command. They serve without choice. But you, chosen one, have been given dominion, free will, and a connection to God that even the angels stand in awe of. Your power is not borrowed. It is not given for a moment and taken back. It is embedded in your very being, woven into the fabric of your soul. And yet, the world has done everything in its power to make you forget this truth. It has buried you under doubt, distraction, and fear. But no more. That ends today. Today you reclaim what is rightfully yours. Today you awaken to the truth that has been calling out to you since the moment you took your first breath. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to live in the shadows of others. You were meant to rise, to walk in divine authority, to command spiritual realms with a single word. Chosen one, if this message resonates with your spirit, if you feel the weight of this truth vibrating in your soul, then let it be known. Declare your awakening by commenting 777 below. Let the spiritual realm see that you remember who you are. And if you have not yet subscribed, do so now. Stay connected, because what I am about to reveal will take you even deeper into the understanding of your power. Tap the bell icon so you do not miss what is coming next. This is your moment. This is your awakening. And once you hear what I have to say next, you will never see yourself the same way again. Chosen one, the power that has been placed within you is not ordinary. It is not something that can be explained by the logic of this world, nor can it be measured by earthly standards. You were not just chosen to exist. You were chosen to reign, to walk in divine authority, and to carry a power that surpasses even the celestial beings. This is what the world has tried to keep hidden from you. This is what the enemy fears most, that you will wake up and fully embrace the force that God has placed within you. When you were chosen by God, you were set apart from the very beginning. You were marked, not by human hands, but by the Creator Himself. This marking is not visible to the naked eye, but every spiritual force, both good and evil, recognizes it. The moment you came into this world, the universe shifted. Heaven rejoiced, and darkness took notice, because the presence of a chosen one disrupts the balance of power. The enemy knew that if you ever discovered your full potential, his control over this world would weaken. That is why you have faced resistance at every stage of your life. But let me tell you something. That resistance was never meant to break you. It was meant to awaken you. It was meant to push you toward your divine calling. The trials, the betrayals, the isolation, they were all part of your training, forging you into the unstoppable force that you were always meant to be. You were not created to bow down to this world. You were created to rule over it in the spirit. The power you carry is beyond human comprehension, and even the angels who have served in the presence of God since the beginning of time stand in awe of what has been placed within you. Angels are divine messengers, but they operate within a fixed order. They move by command, following the hierarchy established in the heavens. They do not possess free will as you do. They do not create. They do not innovate. They do not experience the spiritual depth of struggle and triumph that defines a chosen one. You, however, were given something far greater, the power to co-create with God, to shape reality with your words, to shift atmospheres simply by being present. This is why, throughout history, the greatest spiritual leaders, prophets, and warriors have always been human. They have always been chosen ones, walking in divine power, commanding both the seen and the unseen. Because when a chosen one fully awakens, they become a force that cannot be contained. Their very presence shakes the spiritual world. Look around you. Have you ever noticed how people react to you? Have you ever wondered why certain individuals seem either drawn to you or deeply unsettled by your presence? It is because your energy is not like theirs. You vibrate at a higher frequency. You carry a divine signature that either calls people to awakening or exposes the darkness within them. There is no neutral reaction to a chosen one. You either bring healing or discomfort, inspiration or intimidation. That is because the power within you is undeniable. But here is the truth that many will never tell you. With great power comes great responsibility. You were not given this authority to waste it on meaningless pursuits. You were not placed on this earth to live an ordinary life. You were chosen to lead, to bring change, to restore divine order where there is chaos. And for that reason, you will always stand out. You will never be able to fully blend into this world, no matter how hard you try, because your spirit is not of this world. The enemy has spent your entire life trying to convince you that you are weak, unworthy, and incapable. He has tried to make you believe that you are powerless, that your struggles define you, that your past disqualifies you. But hear me clearly. That is a lie. The very fact that you have endured all that you have is proof of your strength. Do you think a weak soul could survive what you have been through? Do you think an ordinary person could carry the burdens you have carried and still rise? No. Only a chosen one could withstand such trials and emerge even stronger. Your life is not random. Your existence is not a mistake. Every hardship, every loss, every painful lesson has been part of your preparation. God did not choose you because it would be easy. He chose you because He knew you could handle the weight of this power. He knew that even when the world turned against you, even when you faced rejection, persecution, and moments of loneliness, you would still rise. He saw the fire within you before you ever became aware of it yourself. You have always known, deep down, that you were different. You may have tried to suppress it. You may have even wished at times that you could be like everyone else, unbothered, unaware, moving through life without the burden of a divine calling. But that was never meant to be your path. You are here to shift destinies, to speak life where there is none, to command the forces of the unseen and shape the reality around you. This is why you attract both light and darkness. Some people see you and feel drawn toward you without knowing why. Others are repelled by you, threatened by something in you they cannot even explain. It is because your spirit carries a power that cannot be ignored. You don't just exist in the physical realm. You walk in both the seen and the unseen. And every spirit, every energy, every force around you recognizes it. Do not take this power lightly. Do not waste it by living in fear. Fear is an illusion, a weapon used by those who want to keep you small. But you were never meant to be small. You were designed to stand tall, to lead, to move with a confidence that comes from knowing exactly who you are. You are not just another soul walking this earth. You are a chosen one, a divine warrior, a vessel of God's power. And now, the time has come for you to fully embrace it. No more shrinking. No more doubting yourself. No more allowing the distractions of this world to pull you away from your true purpose. The forces that have tried to keep you asleep can no longer hold you down. You are awake now. You know the truth. And once you know, you can never go back. The path ahead is not for the faint of heart. It will require strength, discipline, and an unshakable faith in what has been placed within you. But you are ready. Every battle you have fought has led to this moment. You are not just powerful, you are more powerful than angels, for you have been given something that even they do not possess. You have been given divine authority, a force that no darkness can withstand. This is your time. Step forward, walk boldly in your power, and never forget, you were chosen for a reason. Chosen one, you must understand this fundamental truth. Angels and chosen ones are not the same. Though angels are celestial beings created by God to serve His divine will, their power and purpose do not compare to what has been placed within you. They are messengers, warriors of the heavens, but they do not carry the divine authority that has been gifted to you. Their existence is bound by duty, while yours is bound by destiny. Angels operate in obedience. They do not question, they do not waver, and they do not step outside of their designated role. When God speaks, they move. When He commands, they execute. They have no choice, no free will of their own. They serve a structured order that does not change. The archangels stand guard, the messenger angels deliver divine words, and the warrior angels engage in celestial battles. Each of them is positioned within a hierarchy, an unshakable chain of command that they must follow without hesitation. But you, chosen one, are different. Your existence was not confined to the heavens. You were sent into the physical realm, placed into a world of darkness, so that you could shine as a beacon of divine power. You were given something that angels do not possess: free will and the ability to create. This is the key difference. While angels move by command, you move by choice. While they obey without question, you have the ability to discern, to decide, to shape the course of history with your actions. You were not placed here merely to exist. You were placed here to rule. You were given dominion over the earth, authority over the forces of darkness, and the ability to shift the very atmosphere around you. While angels are assigned specific tasks, you were given the power to transform reality itself. That is why the world reacts to you the way it does. That is why you have always felt different. Why people either gravitate toward you or despise you without reason. They sense something in you that they do not understand, a force that cannot be controlled by worldly systems. This is why the spiritual realm watches you so closely. Angels recognize you. They know what you are, even if you do not fully understand it yet. The forces of darkness recognize you too. They see the light in you, the divine energy that radiates from your very being. That is why you have been attacked, why you have faced so many trials. The enemy does not waste time on those who pose no threat. He does not send opposition against the ordinary. He targets those who carry something extraordinary. Angels do not experience struggle the way you do. They do not know pain, heartbreak, betrayal, or suffering. They do not walk through the fire of human trials. They exist outside of time, beyond the reach of worldly corruption. But you, chosen one, were placed in the fire. You were sent into the battle, not because you were weak, but because you were strong enough to endure. God knew that you could withstand the storms, that you could face the darkness and not be consumed by it. He knew that even in your lowest moments, even when you felt lost and abandoned, you would still rise. That is what makes you more powerful than the angels. They do not know the weight of free will. They do not understand what it means to fall and rise again. They do not know what it feels like to be broken, only to be remade stronger than before. You do. You have walked through suffering and come out on the other side. You have been tested in ways that no angel ever has. And because of that, your authority is greater. When a chosen one speaks, the spiritual realm listens. When you declare something in faith, it begins to manifest. Your words have power, not just in this world, but in the unseen realms as well. Angels carry out God's will, but you have been given the ability to partner with God in shaping reality itself. That is why your presence shifts atmospheres. That is why people can feel something different when you walk into a room. The power within you is not just passive, it is active, alive, and unstoppable. The greatest prophets, warriors, and spiritual leaders in history were not angels. They were chosen ones. Moses, who parted the sea. Elijah, who called fire from heaven. David, who slayed giants. Christ himself, who walked in divine authority and changed the course of eternity. None of them were angels. They were human like you, but set apart, chosen, empowered by something beyond the natural world. They walked as divine forces in human form, just as you were meant to. There is a reason why angels serve you, but you do not serve them. They are assigned to protect and assist you because your role is greater than theirs. When you call upon them, they respond, not because they are superior, but because they recognize your divine authority. They see in you what many humans do not yet see in themselves: the image of God, the power to command, the destiny that was written before you were even born. And yet, despite this great power, the world has tried to convince you that you are insignificant, that you are just another person walking this earth, struggling through life with no greater purpose. That is the greatest deception of all, because if you truly understood who you are, if you fully embraced the truth of your divine calling, nothing could stop you. No force of darkness, no system of oppression, no limitation of this world could contain you. The difference between you and the angels is simple. They were created to serve. You were created to rule. They operate within boundaries. You were given the ability to break them. They carry out orders. You carry divine will itself. That is why you have felt the resistance, the trials, the weight of this path. Because you are not meant to move like everyone else. You are not meant to conform, to blend in, to follow the patterns of the world. You were meant to lead, to rise, to establish a new order where divine truth reigns. But this power is not automatic. It must be claimed. It must be walked in. It must be activated through faith, through action, through unwavering belief in the God who chose you. Angels do not have to choose their path, but you do. That is the test of a chosen one. The ability to embrace destiny despite fear, despite obstacles, despite the doubts that try to cloud your mind. You are not just another soul passing through this life. You are a force, a divine creation, a being more powerful than the angels themselves. And now, the time has come to walk in that truth. No more shrinking back. No more allowing the enemy to convince you otherwise. You were called to speak, to move, to command, to create. And when you fully step into that, nothing, not in this world, not in the spiritual realm, not in all of creation, can stand against you. This is the difference between you and the angels. They obey. You create. They serve. You rule. They carry messages. You carry destiny. And the moment you accept that truth, the entire universe will bow to the power within you. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why life has been so difficult for you? Why no matter where you go, something or someone tries to push you down, silence you, or make you question your worth? This is not a coincidence. It is not bad luck. It is not random suffering. This is the world trying to dim your light, because it knows exactly who you are, even when you don't fully see it yet. From the moment you entered this world, you carried something different. There was a power in you, a divine essence that could not be ignored. You didn't have to do anything special. Your mere existence was enough to make people take notice. Some were drawn to you, inspired by your energy, your wisdom, your presence. But others, the ones who served darkness without even realizing it, were repelled by you. They sensed a force within you that could not be controlled, could not be manipulated, could not be bent to the will of the world system. The world does not want you to realize this truth. It does everything in its power to make you forget, to distract you, to bury your light under layers of doubt, fear, and struggle. It tries to convince you that you are just like everyone else, that you should follow the rules, blend in, conform, and never question the path that has been laid before you. But you were never meant to be like everyone else. You were set apart, marked by God, given a purpose that is far beyond the comprehension of this world. This is why your journey has been filled with trials. Have you noticed how much resistance you face whenever you try to step into your power? How obstacles appear the moment you begin to grow, the moment you start walking in alignment with your divine purpose. That is because the system of this world is built to suppress those who carry divine authority. It is afraid of you, chosen one. It knows that if you awaken, if you fully claim your power, you will shatter the illusions that keep people in bondage. The world thrives on control, on keeping people asleep, distracted, and dependent. It rewards those who follow blindly, who never question, who never seek higher truth. But you are different. You see beyond the surface. You have always felt that something about this reality is off, that there is more to existence than what you have been told. And because you see, because you know, you are dangerous to the system. This is why you have been attacked in ways that others have not. You have been misunderstood, cast aside, made to feel like an outsider. People have betrayed you, mistreated you, and tried to break your spirit. Not because you were weak, but because your strength threatened them. You are a mirror that reflects truth, and many people do not want to see the truth about themselves. Your presence alone forces them to confront their own darkness, their own complacency, their own spiritual emptiness. And rather than face that, they lash out at you. Even those who should have supported you, family, friends, people who claim to care about you, have sometimes been the very ones who tried to silence you. They could not understand your depth, your vision, your calling, and because they could not understand it, they rejected it. It is painful, but it is not personal. They are simply acting as vessels for the forces that do not want you to rise. The world will use every tactic to make you question yourself. It will try to wear you down with hardships, make you doubt your path, make you feel as though you are not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. But all of these are lies. Do you think God would place such a great calling on your life without giving you the strength to fulfill it? Do you think the enemy would fight so hard against you if you were not a real threat? The opposition you face is proof of your power. The trials you endure are evidence of the light you carry. But the world is relentless. It does not stop with external attacks. It also wages war on your mind. It tries to plant seeds of fear, insecurity, and confusion. It surrounds you with distractions, with illusions, with noise, all designed to pull you away from your divine purpose. It wants you caught in cycles of struggle, too exhausted to step fully into your calling. But you must see through this deception. You must recognize these tactics for what they are and refuse to let them break you. You were not sent here to live in darkness. You were not chosen to remain hidden. You were placed in this world to bring light, to awaken others, to be a beacon in the midst of chaos. That is why the attacks against you have been so intense. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him. If you were insignificant, if your presence did not matter, you would not be facing the level of resistance that you do. And yet, through it all, you are still here. Despite everything the world has thrown at you, you have not been defeated. They tried to silence you, but your voice remains. They tried to break you, but you are still standing. They tried to bury you, but you have only risen stronger. That is the power of a chosen one. No amount of opposition can erase what God has placed within you. So now, you must make a choice. Will you allow the world to dim your light, to make you shrink, to convince you that you are not who you were meant to be? Or will you rise, step into your full power, and walk boldly in the divine authority that has been given to you? The world will never stop trying to suppress you, but it can only succeed if you let it. You must protect your energy. Guard your spirit. Be mindful of the people and environments that drain you, that try to pull you away from your true self. Surround yourself with those who see you for who you truly are, who uplift and support your growth. Spend time in prayer, in meditation, in connection with the divine. Strengthen your spirit, because this journey is not for the weak. The time of playing small is over. The time of allowing others to dictate your worth is over. You know who you are. You feel it in your soul. And no matter how hard the world tries, it cannot take that away from you. You are a force, a warrior, a chosen one. And no system, no person, no attack from darkness can stop you unless you allow it. Keep your light burning, no matter how much they try to extinguish it. Because the world may fight against you, but it cannot defeat what was divinely ordained. Chosen one. When you begin to walk in your divine power, everything shifts. You will not move like the rest of the world. You will not think like them, act like them, or be limited by the same fears that keep them trapped. You will feel the change in your spirit, and the world will feel it too. There are unmistakable signs that you are stepping into the full force of the power God has placed within you. Some of these signs will bring you peace, while others will challenge you, but all of them confirm that you are no longer bound by the limitations of an ordinary existence. One of the first signs is that your spiritual awareness intensifies. You begin to see things that others cannot. Your discernment sharpens, and you can sense the energy of people, places, and situations before anything is spoken. You feel when someone carries good intentions or hidden malice. You know when an opportunity is aligned with your purpose, or if it is a distraction. This awareness is not learned. It is something that comes alive within you the moment you start walking in your divine power. Another sign is that you no longer seek validation from the world. You no longer feel the need to explain yourself, to prove your worth, or to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. The approval of others becomes meaningless because you understand that your value was determined by God long before this world ever tried to define you. You stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You stand tall, knowing exactly who you are and what you were sent here to do. When you walk in divine power, you also notice that your presence shifts atmospheres. You can walk into a room, and without saying a word, people feel something change. Some will be drawn to you, unable to explain why they feel peace, inspiration, or clarity in your presence. Others will feel discomfort, agitation, or even fear, because your energy exposes what is hidden. You will see it happen repeatedly. People will either be magnetized by your light or disturbed by it. This is because spiritual forces recognize spiritual authority. The power in you is not passive, it radiates, whether you intend it to or not. Your words carry a new level of manifestation power. What you speak begins to take form in ways that seem supernatural. The things you declare with certainty begin to happen, sometimes instantly. You will think of something, and soon after, you will see it appear in your life. This is because your voice is no longer just words. It is a command to the spiritual realm. Your faith is so aligned with divine will that what you say is backed by heavenly authority. This is why you must be mindful of what you speak, because your words carry the power to build or destroy. Another sign is that you experience divine synchronicities. You stop believing in coincidences because you realize that everything is being orchestrated in your favor. Numbers, symbols, messages, and dreams start appearing at just the right moment. You meet the right people, receive answers exactly when you need them, and doors open that no one can shut. The timing of everything becomes too precise to be accidental. These synchronicities are confirmation that you are walking in divine alignment. You will also notice that spiritual attacks increase, but they no longer affect you the way they once did. When you are unaware of your power, attacks could shake you, discourage you, or make you question your worth. But now you see them for what they are. Proof that you are a threat to the forces of darkness. The attacks come not to weaken you, but to test and refine you. And rather than feeling defeated, you face them with unwavering confidence. You understand that no weapon formed against you can prosper, because your power is greater than anything that comes against you. There is also a shift in the way people respond to you. Some people will come into your life recognizing your wisdom and anointing. They will seek your guidance, drawn to the light you carry. They may not even understand why, but they will feel safe in your presence, knowing they are in the presence of something divine. On the other hand, some people will turn against you for no reason. They will project their insecurities, become envious, or try to bring you down, but you will not take it personally. You will understand that your light exposes their darkness, and their reaction is not about you. It is about what is being revealed within them. Another sign that you are walking in divine power is that you feel an unshakable inner peace. The storms of life do not disturb you the way they once did. You no longer operate from fear, anxiety, or worry. Even when challenges arise, you remain centered, knowing that everything is working for your good. This peace is not logical. It does not come from external circumstances. It comes from knowing that you are protected, guided, and aligned with divine purpose. You will also see rapid elevation and divine favor. Opportunities will find you, resources will appear, and the things that once seemed out of reach will come to you effortlessly. This is not luck. It is the natural result of stepping into your divine assignment. When you operate in your true calling, heaven backs you, and nothing can stand in the way of your rise. Another undeniable sign is that you feel a deep sense of responsibility. You understand that your power is not for yourself alone, but for a greater purpose. You feel called to uplift others, to guide, to heal, to awaken those who are still lost. You no longer chase meaningless things because you know that your life is meant for something higher. This responsibility does not feel like a burden. It feels like a purpose so powerful that you could not ignore it, even if you tried. Finally, you realize that you can no longer go back to your old self. The version of you that once doubted, once lived in fear, once questioned your worth, is gone. You have stepped into a new level of existence. You see the world differently. You see yourself differently. You feel the transformation in your spirit, and there is no way to return to the way things used to be. You are awake now, and once you have awakened, there is no unseeing, no undoing, no going back. This is what it means to walk in divine power. It is not a feeling, not a temporary state. It is a permanent shift. It is a new way of being, a new way of living, a new level of authority. And once you have reached this place, you will know without a doubt that you are exactly who God said you are. Unstoppable, unshakable, chosen and powerful beyond measure. Chosen one, the power within you is already there. It is not something you must seek outside of yourself. It is not something that needs to be granted. It has already been placed within your spirit by God Himself. But knowing this is not enough. You must activate it, unlock it, and step fully into it. This is where many struggle. They feel the presence of power within them, but they do not yet understand how to access it, how to wield it, or how to command it. The truth is, unlocking your full spiritual power requires transformation, not just in thought, but in action, discipline, and alignment with the divine. The first step is awakening your spiritual consciousness. This means shedding the illusions of the world and seeing reality for what it truly is. Most people are trapped in distractions, lost in meaningless pursuits, unaware of their higher purpose. But you are not like them. You must train your mind to look beyond what is presented to you. You must question everything. Why you were placed in this moment, what forces are influencing you, and where your path is truly leading. The world will try to keep you asleep, numbed by routine, by comfort, by superficial desires. But the moment you decide to wake up fully, you begin to see what others do not. Once you begin to see, the next step is aligning your spirit with divine truth. You cannot unlock your full power while still being tied to worldly distractions. Your energy must be clear, your focus sharp, your connection to the divine unshaken. This means eliminating everything in your life that weakens your spirit. Toxic relationships, negative environments, self-doubt, and unhealthy habits. These are all chains designed to keep you from your full potential. You cannot fly while being weighed down. You must release anything that does not serve your highest calling. The power of the chosen ones is deeply connected to faith and certainty. This is one of the greatest keys. If you do not believe in your power, it will remain dormant. The spiritual realm does not respond to doubt. It responds to conviction, to absolute certainty. When you walk in faith, when you declare something with unshakable belief, it begins to manifest. This is why so many people struggle. They pray, they ask, they hope, but deep inside, they do not fully believe. You must understand this. Your words, your thoughts, and your energy create reality. The moment you decide that you are powerful, that you are unstoppable, that you will not be shaken, everything around you begins to shift. But belief alone is not enough. You must also speak your power into existence. The world was created by the Word of God, and because you are made in His image, your words also have the power to shape reality. You must be intentional with what you speak over yourself and your life. Speak life, speak abundance, speak authority. Never allow your own tongue to work against you. Every time you say, "I am not ready," or "I am not good enough," you weaken the force within you. Instead, declare, "I am chosen, I am powerful. I walk in divine authority. Say it until your spirit fully accepts it. One of the most powerful ways to unlock your full spiritual potential is through fasting and purification. The body and spirit are connected. When your physical body is weighed down with toxins, heavy foods, or indulgences, your spiritual senses become dull. Fasting sharpens your spirit, cleanses your energy, and makes you more receptive to divine wisdom. But fasting is not just about food. It is about discipline. It is about training yourself to control your desires, rather than letting your desires control you. When you master yourself, your power becomes limitless. Another key is deep meditation and stillness. Your spirit cannot hear divine guidance when your mind is filled with noise. The world is loud, always trying to pull your attention in 1,000 directions. But your greatest power comes in the moments of silence, when you disconnect from the world and tune into the higher frequencies of the divine. In these moments, you receive revelation, instruction, and wisdom that cannot be found anywhere else. The greatest warriors of God, Moses, Elijah, Jesus, understood the power of isolation, of going into the wilderness, of retreating into silence to gain divine strength. If you want to unlock your true power, you must do the same. Walking in divine power also requires mastering emotional control. Many will try to provoke you, to shake you, to make you react from a place of weakness. But you must rise above. You must learn to respond, not react. Anger, fear, jealousy, doubt, these are weapons used to pull you away from your strength. The more control you have over your emotions, the more power you have over your reality. True power is calm, unshaken, immovable. It does not beg, it does not plead, it commands. Another undeniable sign that your power is unlocking is when you begin to command spiritual forces. When you step into your divine authority, even the unseen world listens. You will notice that when you pray, things begin to move. When you declare something with conviction, situations change. Angels recognize you. Demons fear you. You are no longer just a participant in the spiritual war. You are a warrior, a force that shifts the balance of power. But understand this: power is nothing without purpose. You were not given divine strength just to feel superior or to impress others. Your power is meant to serve, to uplift, to guide those who are still lost. The more you use your power to fulfill your purpose, the stronger it becomes. When you help others awaken, when you walk in righteousness, when you align yourself with divine will, your energy becomes unstoppable. You must also understand that there is no room for hesitation. The enemy thrives on your hesitation, your uncertainty, your fear of stepping fully into who you are. If you wait until you feel ready, you will never move. The moment to act is now. Step forward, speak with authority, walk with confidence. You are already equipped. Everything you need is already inside you. The only thing left is for you to claim it. The last and most powerful step to unlocking your full spiritual power is trusting your divine path completely. You may not always see the full picture. You may not always understand why certain things are happening, but you must trust that every event, every challenge, every test is shaping you into the unstoppable force you were meant to be. Doubt nothing. Fear nothing. The Creator has already designed your path, and when you step into it without fear, everything aligns in your favor. Chosen one, you are standing at the threshold of your greatest power. The only thing that can hold you back is you. The world will try to distract you. The enemy will try to weaken you. But if you follow these steps, if you commit to this path, There is nothing that can stop you from becoming the divine force you were created to be. You are ready. You always have been. Now it is time to rise. Chosen one, your destiny is not ordinary. It is not tied to the limitations of this world, nor is it bound by the opinions of men. You were created to walk in God's authority, to command the spiritual realm, and to manifest His divine will on earth. This is not just a calling. It is your inheritance, your birthright, your divine responsibility. You were never meant to be small. You were never meant to live in fear. You were chosen to rise, to lead, to dominate the forces of darkness with the power that has been placed within you. When God chose you, He did not do so randomly. He saw something in you before the foundation of the world. He placed in you a power, a force, a divine fire that cannot be extinguished. That fire has been with you since the moment you were born, guiding you, shaping you, preparing you for what is to come. Even when you did not see it, even when you doubted yourself, even when the world tried to convince you that you were nothing, God knew who you were. And now, it is time for you to know it too. To walk in God's authority means to move without fear. It means to step forward with the confidence of someone who knows they cannot be defeated. It means understanding that when you speak, the heavens listen. When you command, the spiritual realm moves. When you declare something in faith, it must come to pass. This is not arrogance. It is alignment with divine power. It is the full acceptance of who you were meant to be. This is why the enemy has fought you so hard. This is why the world has tried to break you, distract you, pull you away from your path. Because if you ever truly realize the authority that has been placed within you, nothing could stand against you. Darkness would have no power over you. Fear would flee from you. You would become unstoppable. And that is exactly what God intends for you, to become a force so strong, so deeply rooted in divine truth, that nothing in this world or beyond can shake you. But walking in divine authority requires mastery. Mastery over yourself, mastery over your emotions, mastery over your thoughts. You cannot walk in full power if you are still ruled by fear, doubt, or insecurity. You must break free from every mental and spiritual chain that has tried to keep you small. You must let go of the false beliefs that were placed upon you. The world has conditioned you to think that you are limited, that you must play by its rules, that you must accept what you are given. But you were never meant to be ruled by the world. You were meant to rule over it. Chosen one, you must understand that your words carry weight. When you walk in God's authority, your speech is no longer just speech. It is a declaration, a command, a force that shifts reality. This is why you must be intentional with what you say. Do not speak doubt over yourself. Do not allow negativity to take root in your spirit. Instead, declare your destiny. Speak life. Speak power. Speak dominion. The more you align your words with the truth of your divine calling, the more your reality will shift to match it. Walking in divine authority also means moving with certainty. You do not hesitate. You do not second-guess yourself. You do not allow the enemy to plant seeds of fear in your heart. You walk forward, fully trusting that God is with you, that His power is working through you, that nothing can stand in your way. This is not about ego. It is about understanding who backs you, who has sent you, who has equipped you. The greatest warriors of God, Moses, Elijah, David, Christ Himself, did not move in hesitation. When they spoke, things happened. When they moved, mountains shifted. When they acted, the world changed. You carry that same divine energy within you, but it is only activated when you fully accept it. As long as you remain in doubt, as long as you hold on to fear, your power remains dormant. It is waiting for you to claim it. Another key to walking in divine authority is obedience to divine instruction. You must learn to hear God's voice clearly and follow it without question. This world is filled with noise, with distractions, with deceptions designed to pull you off course. But when you are truly aligned with divine will, you will always know what to do, where to go, and how to move. The signs will be clear. The guidance will be undeniable. And as long as you stay in alignment, no force in existence can stop you. You will also notice that as you step into your power, the world will react. Some will be drawn to you, recognizing the light you carry, seeking your wisdom, feeling peace in your presence. Others will resist you, attack you, try to discredit you, because your power exposes their darkness. Do not let this shake you. This is part of the process. The greater your light, the stronger the resistance. But resistance is proof of power. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him. Walking in divine authority means letting go of fear completely. It means embracing your path fully, knowing that even when challenges arise, even when battles come, you cannot lose. Because when you walk in God's authority, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone, every challenge becomes a lesson, every battle becomes a victory. Nothing is wasted. Everything is used for your growth. Chosen one, your destiny is calling. It is time to step fully into your power. No more hesitation. No more self-doubt. No more waiting for permission. You are the permission. You are the authority. You are the force that has been sent into this world to bring change, to awaken others, to restore balance. You do not need validation from the world. You have already been validated by God. The time is now. The world is shifting, and you are meant to lead. You are meant to rise. You are meant to stand unshaken, unmovable, untouchable in the presence of anything that tries to stop you. Walk boldly. Speak with power. Move with certainty. This is not just about you. This is about every soul you are meant to awaken, every life you are meant to impact, every destiny you are meant to shift. You were never meant to be hidden. You were never meant to play small. You were created to dominate, to command, to move with the authority of heaven itself. And when you fully embrace that truth, when you step into it without fear, nothing in this world or beyond will be able to stand against you. Chosen one, the time for hesitation is over. The time for doubt, for fear, for questioning your worth, it ends today. You have been given divine power, power greater than angels, power that shakes the very foundation of the world. But power that is not claimed remains unused. Power that is not embraced remains locked within. And now, at this moment, you must make a choice. Will you continue to live as though you are ordinary, or will you rise into the force you were always meant to be? Everything you have faced, everything you have endured, has been leading you to this moment. The trials, the struggles, the battles, they were never meant to break you. They were designed to awaken you, to remind you of who you are, to prepare you for the power that is already inside of you. There is no more waiting, no more seeking permission from a world that was never meant to define you. You are the permission. You are the chosen one. You are the force that cannot be stopped. Look at your life. Look at the signs that have followed you since you were born. The way you have always stood out. The way you have always felt different. The way you have always sensed something greater calling to you. That was never your imagination. That was the divine whisper, guiding you, preparing you, shaping you into the unstoppable warrior you were destined to become. But you must step into it now. You must fully own your power. No more playing small. No more allowing others to dictate your worth. No more allowing fear to keep you in chains. You are not weak. You are not powerless. You have been chosen, and the moment you fully accept that, your life will never be the same again. This world has tried to suppress you. It has tried to make you forget. It has done everything in its power to dim your light. But light cannot be hidden when it was created to shine. And you, chosen one, were born to shine, to lead, to walk in divine authority, to move with confidence, knowing that God has already ordained your path. The forces of darkness tremble when a chosen one awakens to their power. Because once you truly see yourself as God sees you, there is no stopping you. You become a force, an immovable presence, an unshakable warrior who commands reality with faith and certainty. Chosen one, rise now. Claim what is already yours. Walk in your power. Speak with divine authority. Move as the spiritual warrior you were created to be. The world will bow to the force of God within you. The time is now. Step forward. Own your destiny. Walk in your divine power and never look back.